Well, Tully, so tell me some work-ons from the first game.
The opening round of the history-making GJ Gardner Holmes Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa comes to a close tonight with the Whai celebrating their first ever home game. And you join us as we're just about to get underway at the Queen Elizabeth Youth Centre here in Taronga tonight. The Whai up against the Pouākai. Justin Nelson with you. Alongside me is Casey Frank, and we're looking forward to this one, Casey.
We have been looking forward to this one for a while. The build-up not as extensive as we were expecting, but can't wait to get to the action. So we're going to jump right into it.
Of course, the Whai without a win yet. The Pouākai in their opening game getting that 10-point win over the Southern Hoi. And they come head-to-head tonight. It's an exciting one for the people of Taronga and throughout the Mid-North. First opportunity to play in front of a home crowd. Tuesday night action in the Tauihi as round one comes to a close. You, of course, Casey, last night got to see the Kahu up against the Queens.
Fantastic action it was. The Kahu found some offense after a slow start to the first game of the season. Of course, the Queens weren't without their starting point guard, affecting their ability to really work things out in the half court, which really hurt them down the stretch. Ended up losing by about 20, but a physical game that was tightly contested throughout.
Just while we're waiting for a start here, let's have a look at the Pouākai starters tonight, the visitors. We'll bring them up on screen for you in just a moment. There they are, Lauren Hippolyte, Tessa Boagni, Sierra Walker, Erin Whalen, and Trinity Baptiste. And as we get underway, we'll bring up the Whai starters on screen for you as well. As we do start this one, Clark, Rabati, Lambert, McBride, and Green starting for the home team.
Always interesting to see how a team tries to attack in that first matchup against a new opponent. But there's going to be some animosity between these teams as they're going to meet each other 3 times throughout the regular season.
Here's Lambert all over Baptiste early. May have helped forced an early turnover. Great pressure defense.
Really nice job of getting up and in physically on the ball right off the bat. No room to pass it off, but then jumping into the passing lanes as well.
Here's first shot of the game from Sierra Walker.
Solid screen to open up that space, but unable to drop despite the airspace.
Lambert to McBride. McBride inside looking for Nikki Green, dropping to the basket. The 3 of the imports for the Whai all looked good in their opening game against the Queens. It was a narrow loss by 4 points.
And one in which they came back multiple times from large deficits, so no quit in this squad.
Spinning to the basket, in and out for Nikki Green. She gets after it. She had 6 offensive rebounds.
Tessa Boagni does just enough to secure the defensive rebound.
A double-double to start the season for Nikki Green. Casey, she was involved in everything against the Queens. Here's Baptiste, just stepping back with a nice finish. Opening points of the game.
Well, the fadeaway giving her enough space to get that shot off. Initially looked like she was in a bit of trouble, but able to get it.
Oh, open lane. Kyra Lambert says thanks very much.
A little bit of miscommunication there, as I think even she was expecting some defenders to be in front of the way, but if you're going to take that waltz, you might as well dance straight to the bucket.
She's an electric player, Kyra Lambert, very, very quick. Back the other way, Baptiste looking for another basket. Tiana Clark comes up with it, heads out to McBride on the wing. Opening triple of the game, falls the way of the Whai, and Dom McBride.
And Dom McBride gets that shot up quick in transition. The Pouākai are going to have to do a better job finding players early on that 3-point stripe because this is quick attack offense.
Good start for the home team tonight. Here's Erin Whalen. She charges hard to the basket over Nikki Green. No easy feat, but a great finish.
Nice use of the hesitation to curl just enough space, but the use of the left hand as a finish. Dangerous weapon there.
Tiana Clark finds McBride, posting up. Green, back to Nikki Clark. Tiana Clark, I should say. She's a sharpshooter from 3. Keep an eye on her tonight. In the end, good defense from the Pouākai.
Unfortunate after that first possession on the bucket where they didn't have any weak side help, but now picking up the intensity, finding some activity on the ball, and it'll be a little bit more physical to cut off these driving lanes.
Got to go quick with the shot clock counting down. Lambert missed everything. Pouākai will come back the other way quickly. Lauren Hippolyte here. Baptiste has been aggressive early. Off to Boagni with the up fake, back to Baptiste. Early 3 for the Pouākai, no. Lambert quickly back the other way. She goes searching for another basket off the glass. How's the finish?
She's feisty defensively and had a big time finish off that one despite the contact. Loving her activity in the lane with the kiss off the glass that time to move herself to 4 points.
There she is again, the Texan. The 175-centimetre guard has been involved in everything early in this one. I think the home team will get it back here off the baseline. They will.
A little ambitious with that entry pass. Wanted to drop it in a little bit lower, obviously, but retain possession. And I always feel like if you're the one who forced the steal, you get a bit of a free play at it. You can roll the dice a little bit, playing with house money.
Here's Lambert. McBride has already hit 1 triple. Similar position, that one comes up short.
Really excellent execution off the baseline out of bounds though. Got exactly the shot they wanted.
Walker to Hippolyte. A little bit of space there above the Racine line. Goes back to the corner for Walker. Fires away, Nikki Green, big rebound.
Execution has been solid in the first 4 minutes of this one. Both teams getting the looks there, trying to.
Corner ball, Sean Rabati. Offensive rebound, Green looking for a way through, finds it, gets it back. How's the work rate from Nikki Green? Hard at it.
Nikki Green refusing to take no for an answer on that second chance opportunity. Bringing a level of physicality that the Pouākai are going to be struggling to deal with throughout the evening.
I reckon the hometown crowd, Casey, will be very happy with that tenacity on the offensive boards by Green. Rabati fires away. Can't complete. Getting after it is Sierra Walker. Quickly up the floor. Here's Wayland. She'll fire from deep. Can hit a 3. And there you go, just like that.
Oh, nice decision in transition by Erin Wayland there. Saw the space, took the space, and sets herself up for some drives later in the game.
Attended Vanderbilt and Dayton. The Flyers, of course, the Dayton Flyers. Here's Tiana Clark doing some flying of her own through the key. Rabati on Baptiste, back of the iron.
Solid defense, despite deep penetration, able to stick with their assignments all over the court.
Baptiste, just that step back fadeaway jumper from the short corner, sweet shot.
Well, she's got to give herself some more space against Nikki Green. She's not going to be able to overpower her physically on that matchup, so she's going to the fadeaway, using the techniques to find a little bit more room.
Green inside, couple to beat. That's easy stuff in the end for the 193-centimetre forward, one of the biggest players in the competition.
Yeah, she got quite physical there with Tessa Boagni and ended up getting her down to the ground, leaving herself wide open, and Nikki Green gets another finish inside.
Here's Boagni firing away.
I love the counter. You're getting beat down low on one side. Well, I'm going to drag you outside beyond the three-point line on the other end. Force you to guard me out here.
Tall fern, Tessa Boagni, making her presence felt. Here she is defensively on Green, forces the pass out. Tiana Clark fakes the handoff, goes to the basket. Green again with another O-board. And she is becoming a handful for the Pouākai tonight. Nikki Green.
Well, early in this one, she is having a large effect on the game. Just the 2 points and 3 rebounds. But the activity has been stellar. Her impact on the game, you can see how much attention she's drawing when she gets the ball in the low post, and her physicality in the paint when the opposition is driving at her as well, having an effect on both ends of the court.
At the Racine line, Nikki Green makes the first. Of course, she was selection 34 in the 2013 WNBA draft, picked up by the Phoenix Mercury, but her 23 WNBA games were actually split between the LA Sparks and the Connecticut Sun. So has a lot of experience, not only in the WNBA, but also globally, Nikki Green, and she's brought all of that plus more to the Tauihi basketball Aotearoa competition. Great to have her.
Picks up the first foul there against Lauren Hippolyte. She's trying to tiptoe on the sideline. As such, she'll head to the bench. Sean Rubati checks back in.
Whai coach Mel Bennett tonight, standing out. Love the pink suit. There's Tessa Boagni in the short corner. Can't hit that one. Battle for it underneath.
Heads up play by Aaron Whalen. Chased it down, probably had the opportunity to grab it, but had the wherewithal to understand that Whai had touched it last, so possession will be kept with the Pouākai.
Well, the Pouākai trying to do something fancy on the inbound between Whalen and Boagni. Dom McBride comes up with it. She's a very good defender.
You can see the athleticism in the open court with the ball in hand, really creating space.
Lambert, slick pass inside. There's a foul.
Good use of the up fake by Sean Rubati, but created by that little pocket pass by Lambert, who is having an unbelievable effect on this game early. 4 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist. But her activity in the passing lanes has been stellar, where she's picked up 1 steal but deflected a couple of other balls.
Great shot here of Sean Rubati, misses the first from the Racine line. Had 17 points in her opening game against the Queens. Look at the second one, that's better, and that ties it up at 12 apiece. What have you made of the start here tonight? Tuesday night basketball on Sky Sport. Casey Frank.
It looks like the physicality of the Whai was a bit of a surprise to Pouākai early. They've adjusted well, they're starting to get it, but Lambert is everywhere early.
Has been productive and sets that one up. Rubati with the finish, and I think Tully Bevilacqua wants to have a chat to her team, giving up that opportunity.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to counter the toughest Akira Lambert. She is everywhere on the court right now. She is really attacking the ball handlers themselves, and that was the assist she got just after forcing the steal on the sideline and playing a little tiptoe to keep it in bounds.
And how about the coach of the Mainland Pouākai, Casey, Tully Bevilacqua? Actually her first time as a head coach, a lot of experience as an assistant coach. 49-year-old Aussie from Merredin in Western Australia. 14 years in the WNBA after going undrafted in 1998. There's not too many players in the NBA or WNBA who go undrafted and then carve out a 14-year career.
Yeah, it's a bit of a miss by the scouting departments on that one. I think
wow.
You might have had a few rearrangings of titles after she started her successful career, but a championship winner as well.
Seattle, of course.
And a fantastic career, has transitioned to the coach's box, where she is hoping to have a positive effect on the birth of professional basketball at the highest level here in New Zealand.
And her time with the Opals as well. Gold medal, World Championships,
Not
Brazil.
bad.
Com Games gold medal in Melbourne. Olympic silver medal in Beijing. So
it's decent. It's a decent little haul.
Got some bling in the cupboard, has Tully Bevilacqua. Here's a chance out of the timeout. Lauren Hippolyte. Good pass coming from Tarai Alea.
Well, early on in this one, we could see a high level of execution by both these squads. They're obviously well drilled. We know exactly what they're trying to run, creating really high quality shots play after play. For the Pouākai, what they mostly need to worry about is this defensive pressure of the Whai and not turning the ball over. But other than that, everything's looking pretty smoothly so far.
They're missing Mary Goulding tonight, Casey, who's taken off to the Asia Cup. 3x3, of course. We wish the 3x3 Tall Ferns and Tall Blacks all the best over there over the next 4 or 5 days. Here's Rubati inside, becoming a bit of a handful.
Well, I like the really deep post catch there, but she posted up strong and powerfully, and then used the footwork and the up fake to get the finish.
Foul there called on Misinuku. Into the game early for the Whai. A local as well.
You can see the attention that the Whai are putting on that ball pressure. Everything at the point of attack is consistent.
Here's Hippolyte. Trying to go all the way. That one knocked into next week.
That looked like a scoop of ice cream that got rejected by somebody that's lactose intolerant. Get that shot out of here.
Well and truly, great block.
You can't go with that low scoop and the strong hand there. You got to, on the next drive there, Lauren Hippolyte's going to have to move to the left hand, that offhand, use her body to protect herself from the shot blocker Green.
A little bit of holding going on off the ball there. And in the end, a foul against Green. That might be her second, in fact.
Just after she checked right back into the ball game, if it is called on her.
Just keep an eye on the matchup between Tiana Clark and Lauren Hippolyte. There they are in action again.
They tried to get the sub in a little bit too late for Nikki Green, so the chance for the Pouākai to go at her and pick up number 3.
Here's Whalen on McBride on the step back. A little bit deep. Good rebound. Whalen comes in again.
Offensive rebounds are going to be so key to extend these possessions and get better quality shots.
Nisbet. Nikki Green, another big rebound.
She's really affecting the game, but she's going to have to be careful with those 2 fouls before she gets checked out.
McBride inside. There's the 3 imports for the Whai working together and finishing together. Kyra Lambert with the triple.
Perfectly executed offense. The deep post catch by Green forces the defense to collapse, and the unselfishness to kick it out the other side for the triple by Lambert.
Whai out by 6. Inside the last 2 minutes of this first quarter. Another block from Nikki Green.
The Pouākai really struggling to adjust to her shot blocking ability and just her size. She is taking advantage early because of it.
Lambert. Inside, Rabadi drawing the foul.
Love the way she's posting up. Her mindset has been really good early. After the Whai started the game with a bit of a deficit, they have come roaring back to take this 6-point lead, and they're forcing really difficult shots on one end if they're not blocking them, and on the other end, the shot quality is immense. I mean, they're really attacking the post off of some of these flex cuts, and when that shot down low isn't there, that's when they're settling for other things, but it's all about getting to the basket, getting to the painted area to start.
Sean Rabadi has recently been playing 3x3 as well. You can see Ella Fortu out there for the Pouākai wearing the number 42. She's about to head off to the Asia Cup as well. I think tomorrow she leaves. Rabadi for 3. Battle underneath. They come back up with it. So the Whai, McGoldrick with the O board. They've had a few of those in the opening quarter. Shot clock counting down. Rabadi with it again inside the paint. Outside, McGoldrick with the triple.
He used every single tick of the shot clock on that one. Didn't look like they were going to get it off, but McGoldrick, cool under pressure, tickles the twine.
Out by 10, Casey now.
Happened quickly, too. The Pouākai struggling against this defensive intensity to get quality shots.
McGoldrick wanted it inside, but away they come again.
Tespo Agnew unable to steal. Sean Rabadi behind her, giving up the turnover because of it.
Here's McGoldrick. Inside, outside ball is good. Shot not so good from Rabadi. Tiana Clark keeps it alive. Those offensive rebounds are clocking up quickly. Rabadi on the step back and nearly the finish, right on the shot clock expiring.
Just really good awareness of how much time was left. Unfortunate she couldn't get the roll late.
Can the Pouākai close this gap late? Whalen maybe on the hook. Yes, offensive foul called by Sharon Martin.
Well, just got a little bit caught up. I think she might even think that she got fouled there. But now is realizing it. With that much time left, just a little bit too much one-on-one. Get that ball up high, set some screens, because right now when you're trying to beat the sole defender with the ball in hand. That really getting pushed off those lines, and I think you're just going to have to rely on a bit more offense to create shots.
Inside the last 5 seconds here, Kyra Lambert will look for a late shot from the top of the Razine. And that one wasn't too far away. What a start tonight. First ever home game in the history of the Whai. And a good home crowd in attendance on a Tuesday night. Gotta love the Tauihi basketball Aotearoa. Of course, presented by GJ Gardner Homes. And a quarter time in this one, the Whai leading the Pouākai by 10. Back with the second quarter after this.
Up in the middle there. And then when you come back down, the first one to get a basket, whether it's a three-pointer or a layup, it's to win that hoodie that the lovely, lovely lady is holding right there. You go around that way, you go around that way. Get around there. All right, are we ready? All right. 3, 2, 1, go. There we go, winner. What's your name? Ellie. Are you here with your family tonight, Ellie? Are you here with your family? No, just here with your friends? Does Mum and Dad know you're here? Okay, that's good. All right, go and grab your hoodie. Thank you, what's your name? Millard. Big congratulations to this young girl for winning the hoodie tonight. Thank you, GJ Gardner Homes, for sponsoring this activation.
Welcome back tonight to QEYC. Quarter time here. The Whai lead by 10 over the Pouākai. And they look good early. Opening 10 minutes for the home team at both ends of the floor, especially those offensive rebounds. Casey.
Yeah, after those first 5 minutes, they really put a lot of pressure on the Pouākai, and the second chance opportunities they were creating with those O boards really put a little bit of a damper into Pouākai's transition offense, shooting the ball extremely well. The Whai at 50% from 2 and 33 from deep, compared to the defensive effort holding the Pouākai to just 42 and 3 for 7 from the field. That is where the difference is, not to mention the rebounding advantage of 12 to 9.
Kyra Lambert, here she is now, 7 points in the opening quarter.
Go along with 4 rebounds and 2 assists, doing it all.
Yet to come off the floor.
If I had a player like that, I'd keep her on the floor too.
Looks like she can run all night. Comes up short on the 3. What are the Pouākai going to need to change here, Casey, to get themselves back into this one? It's only 10 at the moment, but they need a bit going for them to get past what the Whai are doing right now.
It's a Big 10. I think some of this, on-ball screens on the ball handler, bringing the ball up the court, just to free them up a little bit. They're going to have to set some more on balls because this ball pressure is tenacious and causing issues.
From deep, in fact, too deep in the end for Boagni.
Was that a finger as well? I think Nikki Green might have blocked that.
McBride goes inside looking for Green. Boagni equal to the challenge on that occasion.
Just does enough.
Great pass inside to Fortu coming from Sierra Walker. A little bit of a look away there.
Well, that's where the Pouākai need to score in transition before the Whai set up that pretty rock-solid half-court defense right now.
Rabati, another player who was impressive in that opening quarter. Lambert on Fortu inside. Rabati with the finish over Baptiste.
They're milking her abilities inside the paint. She is scoring almost at will, and she's up to 8 points, leading scorer in the ballgame.
They move the ball from one side to the other, now inside to Boagni, and the turnaround can't finish.
Really good play, really good execution though. You see where that screen was set by Ella Fotu. A nice, strong, powerful screen, giving Tessa Boagni the ability to catch right underneath the rim. Nikki Green recovers and is able to contest enough without fouling to affect that shot, but that's the kind of execution they need to continue to look for.
Here's Lambert, McBride now. Goes from deep, up high, that one's short. Rabadi after it, Baptiste comes up with it though. Walker, 4-2. Boagni back for Walker, and she may have touched it last, she has.
Tiana Clark, all over the place defensively with herself and Kyra Lambert out there to defend. That is quite the defensive backcourt.
She's a real terrier, Tiana Clark. Off the North Shore, of course, is headed down to play for the Whai this season. Nikki Green inside, excellent work.
Well, it just comes so easy for her, and especially when she gets catches like that.
Deep two, Baptiste, nice. Pouākai needed that to drop, and it did.
Looking for that rhythm early, but she's really enjoying the space she's finding in that mid-range.
Here is Tiana Clark spinning inside. Lambert seems to really like these situations. Late in the shot clock on the step back over Alafotu. That one's short.
Good D by Alafotu, and Tiana Clark with just the touch foul on Aaron Whalen afterwards. But the Alafotu defense excellent with the shot clock running down.
I think Kyra Lambert might have hit the ball there, but it just looked a little bit awkward. And when it looks awkward,
you just go ahead and blow that, count that as a foul.
Yeah.
If it looks like it wasn't supposed to happen in the ref's mind, it didn't.
Walker. Here's Whalen from deep. And they're just not able to hit those big shots at the moment, the Pouākai.
Down 10, about midway through the quarter. This is where the Whai made their move in the first quarter.
Green.
That's a couple of times that Tessa Boagni's been able to overcome that post, force a turnover.
And that's better for the Pouākai.
So much easier for them in transition. Before the Whai got set, a little bit of a miscommunication there, letting Whalen let that catch happen on the wing.
Clark to Lambert. Back to Clark inside, Rabadi sealing on Baptiste. Heads to the corner, tough pass for McBride to haul in.
Sean Rabadi is surrounded with the triple team, which made the angle a little bit difficult to complete. She had the right thought process, but just didn't get quite where it wanted to. Now we're going to have a timeout.
Yeah, I think Mel Bennett wants to have a chat. Dominic McBride was walking back up the court with one shoe in her hand, so
that makes it difficult.
That's never a good thing.
It definitely makes it a little bit more difficult. Aaron Whalen on that last triple moves up to 8 points to be the co-leading scorer in the game with Rabadi.
Results so far, Casey, in the opening round of the GJ Gardner Tauihi competition. Pouākai over the Hoi on night one, 73-63. The Queens were up by as much as 20 on the Whai in that big Saturday afternoon game. The Whai came home late. The Queens got it 82-78. Alan Gustafsson and Florencia Chagas, the stars there. Stella Beck also played well. The Kahu headed down south to take on the Hoi, and that was a real arm wrestle. Both teams struggling to score in that one. Kahu got it by 4 in the end. I think you were watching that game, Casey.
Yeah, it was a struggle offensively, certainly in the first half, but in the second, things got a little bit easier. In particular,
and for all the misses that the Kahu had in that game, they certainly made up for it last night out at the Stockyard. They were on fire and they defeated the Queens 80-61.
Well, Talia Tupea and Michaela Cox really putting on the offense in yesterday's game.
How good is it to see Michaela Cox back here on home soil, playing in New Zealand, the tall fern who's literally played overseas professionally for 15 years, finally back home playing.
Yeah, fantastic opportunity for her, well-deserved, and better opportunity for the fans to come along and check it out and root on some of these national team heroes.
Yeah, she played a ripper last night. Michaela Cox. Oh, Lambert. Good work up high. Tiana Clark loves a triple. Can't convert on this occasion. Erin Whalen with the rebound.
Pouākai have really picked up their defensive intensity.
Foul against Ezra McGoldrick. Whalen picks herself back up.
Delayed reaction to that contact there. Looked like she was okay and then just started to lose her footing. The late whistle's better than no whistle when you just lost the ball, though.
Well, if the Pouākai do call one of the new player timeouts in the game, they're going to want Erin Whalen out there because she's got a master's in communication, Casey.
Yeah, that doesn't mean what you think it means, Justin.
Surely it does, surely.
That is a different kind of comms, my friend.
Oh, come on. You just spoiled the story. The narrative, it's out the window, it's gone.
But I'm sure she could run an ad campaign.
I just saw one of the great NBL players sitting in the crowd there, Byron Vaitoe.
BV makes his home in the area.
Here's Baptiste on the step back. Great shot, Trinity Baptiste.
Well, she was looking a little tentative early in the game with the ball in hand, but she is finding her rhythm, and she is proving to be deadly in the mid-range.
Native of Florida from Tampa. McGoldrick, can she answer? Yes, she can. The Whai bench up and about.
Tiana Clark penetrating into the paint, drawing defenders and creating that opportunity which McGoldrick took with a quick release off the catch.
Boagni hands it off to Walker. Lambert right there. Walker goes searching. Trying to give it back to Tessa Boagni. McGoldrick there to pick it up, though.
Yeah, there's multiple Whai defenders in that area. It would have been a difficult pass for Boagni to pick up off her knees.
Green hands it off. McBride, great step back. Now Lambert goes and goes hard to the basket. Nearly gets it to drop. Foul is on today, Elia.
She's got quite the boost off that right hand. Change of direction, she gives a little freeze with a hezzy, but then explodes off of it with that first step and really creates advantage, giving defenders no choice but to foul or give up the layup.
She just hurt her right hand here, Kyra Lambert. Hopefully she's okay. Looks like her index finger.
That is, you've got some eagle eyes spotting which finger it is from here.
Well, that's what I learned in Master of Communication.
You don't have, I've known you for a while, Justin. You don't have one of those.
Here is Kyra Lambert. That's two good stories you've spoiled tonight. Shut down.
Well, good stories. That is a subjective term.
At the Racine line, Kyra Lambert with the second. And she has been one of the best out there tonight, Casey. She's a lot of fun to watch.
She's really a heck of a point of attack defender, and her job leading the offense both as a facilitator and a scorer is proving to be the driving force behind this Whai offense.
Lauren Hippolyte, 4-2 keeps it alive. Ezra McGoldrick all over her, back out to Boagni. That won't drop. Oh, look out, Ella Fortu was there to mop it up. In the end, made it look harder than what it was.
Kyra Lambert hits the floor with force once again. She gets pushed in the back trying to secure the defensive rebound. The Whai have steadied themselves after the timeout, but the Pouākai have picked up their level of intensity and only a couple of buckets away from tightening it up.
How about the story on Ella Fortu? The number 42, of course, for the Pouākai. Rangitoto College. Tall Ferns debut in 2019. Firefighter, Casey.
I'm extremely proud of Ella Fortu becoming a fire person. It's what only the best of us are able to go in and run into buildings and everybody else is running out.
Baptiste.
That fadeaway is something. Off that right foot, she's creating space every time. I don't think I've seen her shoot a shot going straight up and down yet. It's all on the fade.
Lambert, and there is Ella Fortu.
Get that shot out of here. Excellent timing. Block with the left hand. Can the Pouākai take advantage in transition?
The firefighter getting up the ladder there. Here's Baptiste from deep. Yeah, there's a foul.
Oh, that's 3 shots. This looks like
It's going to be against
Vucinic.
Vucinic, yep.
Just a little too physical. Baptiste is hot. Shooting the basketball, missed that one, but takes the foul. Love the ball movement, the penetration into the lane, drawing multiple defenders, kicking it back out to Tessa Boagni, who swings it quickly when she realizes there's a better shot in the wing with Baptiste.
First one is good from the Resine line. Just back to Alafortu, of course, just played in the 3x3 World Cup, about to head over for the Asia Cup, and the Com Games coming up very, very soon. You talk about being proud of Ella. It's an incredible basketball family.
It really is, but I refuse to talk about her brothers during during the Tauihi League. They get enough pub.
Well, they're both
right now. She's their sister.
Well, they will both be watching on right now, Casey. So I dare say you'll have a few messages on the phone after this game, and rightly so. Here's McBride. I tend to agree with you, by the way. Clark going from long range. That one just short. Look at McBride get after it. Keeps it alive. Trying to find a gap. That one not clear by Whalen, but picked up for the foul.
From the angle we have, looks pretty clean. But that will give the Whai a chance to stop this run that the Pouākai are on.
What are those offensive rebounds up to for the Whai? They've really been crashing the boards hard tonight.
They've been coming hard. Our stats are slightly delayed, but the Whai do have 5 rebounds already, a total of 17. Holding the Pouākai to just 3 offensive rebounds, but 16 rebounds in total. So the total's reasonably close, but those extra opportunities on the O-glass and those extra steals have led to 4 more shots for the Whai compared to the Pouākai.
Dominic McBride makes both. 2 years at Purdue, 2 years at Arizona. Very close to your heart, Casey.
Good choice going from Indiana to AZ. That is
a
much better winter and spring.
And you, as soon as I brought that up, would get a comment out of you about Arizona. Of course, you were one of Arizona's finest, Casey Frank.
I mean, that's debatable.
So you tell me. That's what you've been telling me all this time. McBride has already travelled the world a fair bit in her young pro career as well. Hungary, Greece, Luxembourg, and now New Zealand. Alafortu, have a look at that.
Yeah, she's looking extremely comfortable on both sides of the ball. Has the toughest assignment defensively, but with shots like that, she can put some damage on the other end herself.
Great pass, Lambert inside, and how about the finish from Sean Rabati?
Wow, I love the pass from Clark. No look, but the cut by Sean Rabati, creating that opportunity, and she's able to catch, finish, take the contact in one move. And she is really putting together a first half. As she's up to 10 points now, a chance for 11 on the free throw.
How about the crowds in the opening round of GJ Gardner Holmes Tauihi? Been terrific.
You think this area is thirsty for some basketball?
Love it, absolutely. Miss on the bonus. Baptiste with the rebound. 6-point ball game. Final 2 minutes of the opening half. Here is Trinity Baptiste. Nisbet hands it off.
Down to 6 in the shot clock.
Baptiste, look at McBride all over her. And has caused the fumble. They're going to get it back here. Great defense by the Whai.
Well, it's been in spurts here in the second quarter. The defense was dominant for the majority of the first, but at times, this defense is just overwhelming the Pouākai, really forcing them outside of their comfort zone on the plays, forcing them 2-3 steps beyond the 3-point stripe to initiate offense. As we've got a timeout in the minute 30 left.
It's a player timeout as well. So Tiana Clark grabbing the ball there may have called that. So this is new for Tauihi. This is a player timeout, Sky City player timeout. Player with possession on the floor. Each team's allowed one per half, Casey. They call a timeout. Got to be in possession, of course. They get 30 seconds to come together and have a chat. Can't go near the bench. Coaches can't communicate with them. Players on the bench can't communicate with them. It's only for the players on the floor, the Sky City player timeout. And I like it.
Heads up play by Tiana Clark, taking advantage of that with a minute and a half left and a chance for them to get this execution done, pinpoint perfect.
And let's see if it is. Is this what the players talked about? Nearly.
Oh, big board. But Tessabo Agnew out fighting Green for that one. Despite giving up better inside position, she still is able to secure it.
Here's Walker. Hippolyte. Of course, won a WNBL championship with the Melbourne Boomers. Lauren Hippolyte, here she is again.
5 on the shot clock.
Goes inside, up off the glass, can't get the roll.
Well, the Fly's defense has been tremendous. You see that the Pouākai are just unable to initiate their offense until so late in the shot clock that everything's getting rushed down the stretch.
McBride uses the screen of Rabati. Clark, Green now. Lambert with some space here. Fantastic pass out to McBride. Green gets after it again.
Here she is. Been a force on the interior.
Rabati now in the corner. That one was halfway down.
Oh, just missed that one, but a chance for the Pouākai to close this gap with 15 seconds left. But look at that Tiana Clark defense.
Well, that's Lambert getting after it.
Lambert.
Making life extremely tough for Whalen. McBride now actually comes up with it and a chance to get the last basket of the half. Look at that.
Don McBride, the defense shows its face again as the Pouākai are really struggling. Balakwa does not like that no call there.
Well done by Kyra Lambert, really getting after it. You love to see that as a coach.
What a half for her, 9 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, and forcing 1 steal as well, but that doesn't show all the deflection she's got.
So home team leading this one at halftime. Tauihi basketball, Aotearoa. It's the Whai leading the Pouākai, 37-29. Stats coming up after the break.
I'll be ready, Kyra Lambert. She got 5 mid-range shots in a row. So what our contestants have to do, they have to get 6 mid-range shots in a row. So we've got 5 contestants here. 2 ladies, 3 gentlemen. So we're going to rock up. Who's going to go first? The ladies or the gentlemen? Okay, rock, scissors, paper. The CEO goes first. Rock, scissors, paper. Rock, scissors, paper. The CEO goes first. Go. 1. Oh. Guys, you go first. Guys, you go first. Since I'm looking at you, boy, you go first. Mid-range shots, you're going to get 6 in a row. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Mid-range, in the middle. I know. Yeah, 6 in a row. No, you need to get 6 in a row, you can't get a miss. 6 in a row. That's it, you're out. Next one. 6 in a row. 6 in a row. We've got a crowd over there. All right. Ready? All right, next one. 6 in a row. That's one. First to get 6 in a row. That's one. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, let's get behind this young man. That's two. So close. All right, here we go. Your family over these wins for you to get 6 in a row. All right, let's go, ladies. Mel, come here, all right. There's one. There's two.
Welcome back to Taronga. Round one of the GJ Gardner Homes Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa. And it's the home team, the Whai, leading the Pouākai by 8 at half-time. We'll have a look through the stats. Justin Nelson and Casey Frank with you. Casey, what have you made of the opening half? It's been enjoyable.
Well, it's been a bit of a defensive arm wrestle that the Whai have been able to find a bit more consistency offensively. The Pouākai had a nice stretch there at the start of the second quarter where they're really trying to push things, but that on-ball pressure in the passing lanes, that's been the difference for me.
Well, let's have a look at some of the stats in this one tonight, and I dare say Sean Rabadi and Kyra Lambert have been heavily involved. There you go.
Certainly leading the way, scoring for the five. Baptiste, fantastic when she found her footing with good support from Aaron Whalen.
Do like the spread there for the Whai, the rebounds. How about Nikki Green?
Yeah, reasonably close despite Nikki Green's 6 points and 6 rebounds. Only a 1 rebound advantage for the Whai. It feels like they're dominating that statistical category.
Yeah, absolutely. Here's the assists.
Both teams getting things going, but Kyra Lambert leading the way. She has been a great facilitator despite her proficiency scoring the basketball.
There's been a couple of blocks in this game also. In fact, just the one. I'll take that back.
Somebody missed one because Elafotu had a definite block
big
with
one.
that left
Yep,
hand.
no doubt about it. And there's the steals, and you can see just the defensive work of the Whai so far in this game. We saw late in the quarter Kyra Lambert up and in. We've seen it from Tiana Clark as well. That pressure from the guards has been exciting. Let's have a look at the ladder at the moment in the Tauihi competition. Of course, we're coming towards the end of round one. Kahu with that big win over the Queens last night. They are 2 from 2. Great start for them. The Queens have split their opening round. Pouākai and the Whai playing tonight, of course, and the Hoi with a couple of losses first up, but the competition has been really good.
Yeah, it's for the most part, games have been quite tight. The physicality has been excellent. I think, in the first round, teams are still feeling each other out. The players are still getting used to what will be the pace and style of basketball in the league. But for week one, it has been fantastic.
Yeah, loving it. Every game, of course, live on Sky Sport. Crowd's enjoying this one. They're getting set for the second half. So are we. The Whai lead it by 8. Third quarter, not too far away.
Okay, so Tuesday, 2 spectators become courtside to watch the rest of the game. So I'm going to come on this side. So anyone in the stands up there want to come courtside to watch the rest of the game? I'll start up this end first. I'm going to grab 2. Sorry guys on that side, I'm going to grab 2 on this side. Alright. You got it? You call my eye? Come down here to me. Oh, look at the looking photo over here. Hi, Noe. Alright, you want this side to come courtside to watch the game? Oh, yeah. Come on, my man. Yeah. All right, big round of applause for these 2 people here that are watching the game courtside for the rest of the game. Don't worry, you will get a chance to win some prizes throughout the course of the night. Once again, I want a big thank you to the sponsors for making this 2022 season possible for the Whai teams. Big round of applause for Elway. Big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Elway's our first one. And Rome. They get to watch the game courtside for the rest of the game. You got to sit down.
Welcome back to the QEYC. Round one coming to a close in the GJ Gardner Homes Tauihi tonight. The home team, the Whai, leading this one by 8 over the Pouākai. It's been a great opening round, and believe it or not, if you love yourselves at NBL and your GJ Gardner Homes Tauihi, it all starts again tomorrow night, Casey, as we get back into it with 12 games, count them, 12 games coming up over the next 7 days. Action-packed stuff. Basketball right across New Zealand. And if you want to see it to be it, you can, of course, tune into Sky Sport. We're going to have every game coming your way live tomorrow night. For Sal's NBL fans, looking forward to that one. The Airs and the Bulls.
That is going to be a fantastic game. That may end up being the most physical game of the season in the NBL. Those are two squads that do not mind a tussle.
Good call. Well, you and I are looking after that game, so we might bring the boxing gloves in here.
No boxing gloves, just sharp elbows.
There you go. They're looking forward to that one. The Bulls have a huge couple of nights coming up. The Airs tomorrow night, and then the Jets on Thursday night. And we've also got a couple of double headers coming up this weekend in the Sal's NBL and the GJ Gardner Homes Tauihi out at the Trafalgar Centre on Saturday, where this team, the Pouākai, will be playing along with the Giants, of course, the Mainland Pouākai, representing that whole top of the South Island. And then on Sunday, if you're in the capital, the Queens going up against the Hoi, followed by the Saints against the Nuggets. So great Sunday afternoon action in the capital. No doubt it'll be a big crowd at TSB Bank Arena for that one. Fantastic to see some double headers, and no doubt the fans will be out in big numbers to enjoy the best of women's basketball and the best of men's basketball coming together later on this week, Casey.
Yeah, it's a fantastic time to be a fan of the bouncing ball, and if you can't get enough of it, well, we'll see, because we're going to be pumping it out left, right, and center. And the best thing about it is the quality is fantastic. The level of local talent is impressive, and there's a new 3 import rule in both leagues that has really lifted the standard available to clubs across the country.
We should make a special mention before we get underway in the third quarter here. The under-17 Kiwi men are currently in action at the World Cup. The under-17 women heading off to the World Cup very, very soon as well. Fantastic effort.
Yeah, the young men, they've had a heck of a draw. They've got some squads coming up against the number 3 team in the world, France, and that's after games against Canada and number 5, Serbia. So a wee bit of a learning curve, but at times they have been mightily impressive. There's been a highlight reel dunk or two put on by the young TBs.
Been a lot of fun to watch. Of course, the Tall Blacks were in action last week. They defeated the Philippines. Huge crowd on the North Shore for that one.
And some of the fans were even there to cheer on New Zealand.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, the Filipino community came out in big numbers and made a lot of noise. Maybe a good start here for Hippolyte.
But I like the aggression. I like it. They cleared it out for her and let her go to work, trying to get her going a little bit. She struggled with some of the defensive attention, but it would be helpful if she could get her eye in.
Third quarter underway here. Tiana Clark may have taken one step too far. She has.
Yeah, a couple of possessions in the first half. She got away with that, dragging that foot. I think Tauihi has mentioned that to the officiating crew and said, hey, can we get that call? And right off the bat, they do.
Clark covering Hippolyte. Here's Walker. Lambert right there with her. Look at this. Boagni now. Green with the hand in there. Baptiste will fire from deep. And it was a little bit too deep in the end.
Nikki Green is a heck of a defensive presence. She is really making things difficult in the post for Tessa Boagni when they're matched up together. And her stats don't really deliver the impact that she has had on the game. 6 points, 6 boards, 1 block, 1 steal, 1 assist, but she really has been a physical and imposing presence in the paint.
There she is in action, the number 54, a product of Penn State. Pulling up, Kyra Lambert, there she is, another offensive rebound and a foul. She's off to the Racine line. Nikki Green, in her collegiate career at Penn State, 1,000 points, 900 rebounds, 200 blocks.
That's a lot of blocks.
That's a lot of blocks.
That was another offensive rebound there. Number 7, her 4th offensive rebound of the game already. Doesn't even allow the foul to be a good one by making the first. Hopeful on the second chance from the Racine.
Originally from Indiana. And does make the second. As we mentioned earlier, 23 WNBA games. You don't get to that level, Casey, unless you've got some serious talent, and she's been putting it on show here tonight.
When I say go, you say fire. Go.
4-2. Boagni's open. Can hit threes. Green underneath. Rebound. McBride, they're away again. The Whai.
And of course, we should mention that Ella Fotu was inserted into the starting lineup during the second half. As Tiana Clark hits a big triple on the wing. Ella Fotu's energy really helped the Pouākai come back. They were hoping it would incite something off the start of the second half, but the Whai have responded nicely with this 13-point lead now.
And it is the biggest lead of the game, Casey, so they're making their move right now, the home team, searching for their opening win of the Tauihi season. Can they soar tonight? Here's Baptiste. Foul down the front of the arm by Rabati.
Just a little aggressive, Sean Rabati. She had Baptiste well handled, wasn't going to go anywhere off the dribble, and as we've seen in this game, she really wants to get to that jump shot, hence why she's 5 for 8 from it, 5 for 6 from inside the arc. But you didn't want to foul there. That was a great defensive possession that is unfortunately marred by the finish.
And of course, she was fouled outside the arc in the first half. Went 2 of 3 from the Racine on that occasion. Hits the opening one here. Second shot is good.
Big free throws. Needed to stop a little bit of the rot and hopefully find themselves some momentum, but it needs to start with defense. I think they need to pressure the ball handlers a little bit more, take a page out of the FIBA book and push up the court, make things a little bit more difficult.
Clark, hard to the basket, Tiana Clark.
Yeah, Nikki Green unlucky not to get that offensive rebound.
Baptiste, well, Green came in from behind.
She's going to pick up the foul. I believe that'll be foul number 3, and it is. Well, despite her 8 points and 8 rebounds, she may be heading to the bench shortly to protect her.
What would you do here? Would you?
With this lead, I'd send her to the bench.
Yeah, they've done that.
You know, you can still bring her out if they start to make inroads, but I do think that her presence is what's really helping the Whai keep this lead. As you can see, second Tessa Boagni gets the ball without Green in there. She's made a much more easy move, but unable to get it to drop, but that's what they'll be looking to do more of.
Ezra McGoldrick is a handy 188 centimetres to bring into the game. Here's Clark. Corner, Rabati. We know she's dangerous from that position. Look at Clark get after it. Lambert inside. This would be a great basket for the Whai. Rabati can't finish.
Unlucky. Good defense by Tessa Boagni, but no knocking the hustle.
Baptiste. Very impressive from the short corner. She is Trinity Baptiste.
Absolutely killing that mid-range game time and time again when she gets the space there. It is a dagger.
Her collegiate career took her through Northwest Florida. Here's Lambert with the triple.
Easy as you like. Didn't hesitate on that one. Who needs offense when you're shooting the ball like that? Now, tenacious defensively.
Getting back to Trinity Baptiste, Northwest Florida, Virginia Tech, and the University of Arizona. Plenty of experience. Whai get it back, Clark inside, comes up short. 12-point margin here tonight. Final game of this exciting and history-making opening round. Long shot in and out.
It looks good. Just couldn't get more than halfway down.
McBride has Walker right there with her. Great work, Rabadi underneath. That one drops, and again, another second chance opportunity there and taken by the Whai. Timeout.
Well, Rabadi hasn't had the best shooting night. Just 5 for 14 now, but 12 points are attributed to her. The work rate has been excellent. And that was a nice strategic play coming down, getting that offensive rebound, getting it back up quickly. The Pouākai, they're starting to have some issues. 14 points with 5.5 left here in the third. This is moving time for them. If they don't make some inroads here and get this down to around 10 points or better in this closing minutes of the third quarter, they're going to have real difficulty trying to track down the Whai down the stretch.
I know we've still got about 16 minutes left in this game, Casey, but some of the players you've been most impressed with over the opening round of the GJ Gardner Holmes Tauihi?
Well, there's been a few. I got to say, I'm loving the work of Cara Lambert here in this game tonight. She has been fantastic, but Talia Tupea has been stellar in the two games that I've been able to watch. Yeah, she's playing for the Kahu, and the only thing that slowed her down in the two games that I saw her was foul trouble. Yep. She sat on the bench and the offense went with her, but back at it, she was brilliant, scoring the basketball, penetrating, finishing with either hand. I was really impressed by her. Of course, Michaela Cox. Yeah. Fantastic to have her back in the country. She had a stellar performance bouncing back from her initial struggle. And then you saw a little bit of Florencia Chagas last night. Her shot wasn't completely on last night. That was the next name that was coming out of my mouth. I love the way that she was still affecting the game, especially with her physicality and passing despite not having a shooting night. You can tell she's got a real mindset for offensive basketball. Drafted into the WNBA as a 20-year-old. Quite incredible. Speaking of doing the incredible, the Pouākai come up with a triple. A big shot there by Lauren Hippolyte, able to maybe get her off the schneid and find a little bit of momentum on the scoring side. That was a fantastic shot by Hippolyte. Speaking of which, back the other way, Ezra McGoldrick. Well, nice spacing out there as Hippolyte went to double the ball. McGoldrick spaced out, gave herself that room to hit that three off the pass and negate the triple on the other end. Here's Walker. Good hand in there by McGoldrick. Walker keeps it under control. Long shot by Alafortu. They're just under pressure at all times. Not a lot of free looks at the rim. The rotations and efforts on the defensive end by the Whai have been really excellent here throughout the entire game. Well, they've held the Pouākai to just 36 at the moment. Dominique McBride. Oh, that looks pure. She looks like a player that is just consistently under control. If she really wanted to, you could tell she's got another level to lift it too. But a brilliant shot there. Goldrick just active defensively. Yeah, I like it. Her hands on balls all over the place. Not settling, not letting that catch get in here. And that's what I like about the Whai. Defensively, they are aggressive. They're not letting the Pouākai get anything. They're not letting them bring the ball up the court. They're not letting them initiate the offense where they want to. They're like white on rice. Everywhere the Pouākai go, there's a Whai with them. I've seen a fair bit of tape on Dominique McBride from her collegiate career. Here's Nisbet, who's fouled by McGoldrick with another one. She'll just need to keep an eye on that. And Dominique McBride
just does not stop. Both ends of the floor, active, can shoot, defensively, steals, in lanes, as Makadesh, to the applause of the home crowd, comes onto the floor, of course. The 185-centimetre forward attended Tauranga Girls College. The locals pleased to see her out on the floor, Makadesh.
And she was dominant in the abbreviated women's competition last year, as we see the shot clock violation called. Her ability to score on the interior is difficult to contain.
Yeah, absolutely. Sierra Walker there, just a split second after the shot clock went off. Lead is at 17 at the moment. Been impressive tonight, the Whai, after that opening loss against the Queens. It already looks like it's going to be a tough competition. The Tauihi, there is Daesh. Good defense by Erin Whalen.
Erin Whalen has been all over the court too, as we see the steal there.
Speaking of all over the court, Dominic Broad. Here she is, going from downtown. That one's short.
Just short, but it looked good, leaving her hand. Love the rhythm coming in, and the Whai looking very comfortable as they're pulling away at the end of third.
Back the other way, getting the shooter's roll, Lauren Hippolyte.
Big bucket for Lauren Hippolyte. She had that triple earlier that might have activated her offensive mindset a little bit more, despite plenty of defensive attention.
3 to go in this third quarter. McBride. Only real worry at the moment for the Whai. A little bit of foul trouble with the bigs. Inside, Rabati couldn't finish. Yeah, the tall timber for the Whai, Nikki Green and Ezra McGoldrick both sitting with 3 fouls each.
3 fouls isn't too big a deal at this stage in the game, especially when you've got a 15-point lead. Be keeping those players in my quiver with the chance to shoot them out and need them if you need them in the fourth.
Nisbet, how's that for a move to the basket by Subasa Nisbet?
I like the call offensively. They saw that she had the speed advantage, give it to her at the elbow and just let her drive straight down the lane for the finish.
Back home after her time at Georgia Southern University. There's a foul.
And Kyra Lambert loses the ball and instantly fouls to stop the break. Just an unforced error there. And just when it looked like the Whai were taking control, a couple of buckets, a couple of mistakes. And the Pouākai got a chance to get back in it. And even more so, Lambert did not make a play at the ball. That was a bit of a concern after the turnover. So this will be 2 free throws and the ball on the sideline. And now everyone has been informed.
Had the chance to sit courtside last night, Casey. I know we were talking about that game a little bit earlier on. And just the pace and the physicality of what we've seen already in the opening round of Tauihi. Such a lot of fun to watch.
It really is. And if you're slow to come to the women's game because you're not seeing players above the rim, yeah, you're not going to see that type of athleticism, but there is plenty of athleticism out there.
Oh, no doubt.
The fundamentals are, of course, solid, but what has been impressive is that level of physicality, the women putting their bodies on the line, fighting for possession, setting big screens. And there has been action aplenty.
If you think these players aren't playing for keeps, get along to a game and just have a look, because you'll soon change your mind. There's a big shot.
Rangy.
Sierra Walker with the triple.
Sierra Walker shooting that from the Sierras. That was well beyond the arc and nothing but net. Just like that, an 8-point deficit could be trimmed down with yet another stop.
Clark running the arc, needs McBride, elects to go out to Lambert. Lambert gets on the skip to the basket. It'll fall the way of Rabati in the end, and she finds the gap.
Man, she has just such great awareness of the shot clock. That's multiple possessions we've had. I think we see a turnover there by the Pouākai, unfortunately off camera. But Charlotte Rabati has been, her awareness of the shot clock in situations has been excellent tonight. That one, getting that layup off with the exact amount of right amount of time to not be a shot clock violation.
Has Kyra Lambert had a rest tonight other than half-time?
That is an excellent question.
Foul there. Tiana Clark will go to the Racine line.
So just to reiterate, when we give away the free pizzas at quarter time.
Just seems like she's been out there the entire game.
I think she's had about 20 seconds on the bench.
Oh, there you go. Nothing to complain about.
You know, but if you're here to play basketball, you might as well play basketball. You don't want to get over there and get splinters in your bum.
You get more of a break on minimum wage these days, don't you? Hey?
I should hope so.
You should hope so indeed.
If you gotta play hoops for 8 hours, you get a few breaks as well.
Yeah. Actually, one of the great stories, of course, about Tauihi is the pay parity with the men. It's a fantastic narrative and also a great move by Basketball New Zealand. And of course, proudly supported by everybody here at Sky Sport. Here's Hippolyte. McBride again just showing that tenaciousness.
Lauren Hippolyte there goes for the pass inside, but she had the jump shot. Plenty of space there. Just, I think, getting affected by the pressure there, trying to quickly get it to a shooter, not realizing she had a bit more time than expected.
Pouākai hanging in there at the moment. Foul is on Kyra Lambert.
It's going to be her third personal foul.
Take note that Nikki Green's been sitting for quite a while with 3 fouls as well.
And she went down, they're up about 12 points. They're still sitting at 10, so hasn't been a lot of effect on the 5 without her in the game. They have been able to keep up that level quite a bit to the play of Sean Rabati and her scoring ability.
Hope you're enjoying it tonight. Great to have some Tuesday night hoops. Not only live across New Zealand, but of course, right around the world as well. Tauihi going out globally. Tiana Clark, she's been active tonight. One of the best 3x3 players in New Zealand, Tiana Clark. Here's a chance for Rabati. Congestion inside the paint at the moment. Now they clear out for Rabati. She somehow finds a gap between Nisbet and Whalen.
She's just analyzing the defensive positioning on her so well. She's going to the strong side when she needs to. She's stepping back when the opportunity is there. That time trying to squeeze in between multiple defenders. Doesn't get the bucket, but shoots herself back to the free throw stripe. Where at the Racine, she'll have a chance to score 15th and 16th points of the ball game.
Good to see Rosie Samia out there as well for the Whai, wearing the number 7. A product of Napier Girls High School, a rising junior over the years, now plying her trade in this brand new competition. Kyra Lambert, you just saw on the bench. Casey finally getting a bit of an extended break.
Just needed that 3rd foul. She could have been there earlier.
Here is Samia in defense all over Sierra Walker. 4-2. Dominic McBride just getting a hand on that. 4-2 with a chance. In fact, McBride got another hand on it. It falls to Nisbet, can finish off the glass and does.
Excellent recognition there of the shot clock. Had barely any time, but just enough to rotate and throw up the hook for the finish, down to an 8-point deficit. The Pouākai would love to keep it here with the stop.
Yeah, they're sticking in, and they will get the stop. They come up with it.
Ooh.
Here's Walker again.
A couple of missed fouls there, but a chance to get the shot off.
Late shot. Baptiste does get the roll. Trinity Baptiste. How about that? It's set up on the ring for an eternity. And just like that, on the buzzer at 3/4 time, the Pouākai are back to 6, and we've got a game for you tonight on Sky Sport. Don't go away. Whai leaded by 6, but this one is a long way from done.
Basically, what we want you to do is be the loudest. Who can be the loudest? All right, we're going to start off. All right, what we want you to say, do it in parts. All right, you over there, I want you to yell out the loudest. DJ Gardner home, Team 5. pizza. You can go to the pizza club and collect the pizza. For free. For free. All right, let's try it this side. Actually, all you guys, all right? GJ Gardner home, team 5 is what you need to say. 3, 2, 1.
Tuesday Night Hoops on Sky Sport. Welcome back to Tauranga tonight, the home of the Whai, their very first home game. What a historic night for this team in the dark blue and pink. And at three-quarter time, they lead by 6, but the Pouākai, Casey Frank, making a late charge to end that third quarter.
They've really done a nice job of weathering a three-quarter storm, because from my eye, it seems as though the Whai have controlled this game pretty much from the go. Despite that, the Pouākai are in excellent position with a little bit of turn of fortunes to them to come on the road and steal the home opener for the Whai.
Trinity Baptiste with that basket on the three-quarter time buzzer has 18 points in the game now for the Pouākai.
And that's with 7 for 8 shooting from inside the arc, where she has nearly been perfect.
And that last one sat on the ring for an eternity before it rolled the right way. Here's Lambert. She's had a big game. That three-point attempt comes up short.
Good defensive possession. Not the best shot that we've seen produced by the Whai today.
4-2 with the pass. A little bit too slick for Nisbet in the end.
The angle is correct. Just a little bit low and out of reach for the grab.
Lambert loves to get to the hoop. Foul on Nisbet as Kyra Lambert skids into the signage.
That was a solid foul by Trinity Baptiste there. Trinity Baptiste was certainly not going to let that one go down easy. And a good foul with a wide open basket made Lambert think about it twice before putting it up on the rim.
Love watching Kyra Lambert go about her craft. The Texan, saying earlier, Casey, 3 years at Duke, which is a fair sort of basketball program, 1 year at the University of Texas, and has recently been overseas. Looks like we've got a Sky City player timeout as the groups of players come together and have a chat. A new innovation for the season, or maybe just a chance to have a chat while some of the court's being cleaned up. Either way, we're going to call it a Sky City player timeout.
A little free pub for Sky City, but I don't believe that was a timeout. That was a bit of an issue that they didn't have a towel on this end to wipe everything off. So they're calling this gentleman out to give another swipe.
Good chance for us to look after our partners of, in fact, we'll have another one.
I feel like they need a bigger towel. This is all I'm saying. Like,
someone's brought a hanky out.
What are you using the smallest hand towel in the world to wipe up sweat for?
Nikki Green back into the action now for the Whai. There is the Whai bench. They've led this one, I think, for the whole game. Pouākai actually led by 3 at one stage. Biggest lead in the game for the Whai was 17.
And they really did look in control at multiple moments. Now, we see Nikki Green checked back into the ball game here in the fourth quarter. Her presence has an effect. Ooh, as we see a little bit of a slick spot for Lambert.
Yeah, we're going to have to bring that handkerchief back out to fix that up.
Might need a second. Bit of a force on that look there.
In fact, we're going to stop the game, and that's what it'll be for, to clean that up. Kyra Lambert's still fixing her shoes up.
Gonna tie the shoe now. It looks like almost like she slipped on an oil spot. I know sometimes when players get warmed up before the game, they'll get a rub down. They get some kind of oil tossed down there, as we see McGoldrick keeping herself warm out there. But when you fall down, hit the ground, that oil can get on the court and be difficult to clean up.
Is that Ezra McGoldrick just letting her coach know that, hey, I've still got plenty in me tonight? Did you ever used to do that on the exercise bike?
I saved all my energy for the court. There was no extra keeping warm. I was warming up.
There's Nikki Green again.
Always in the action. She is a nose for the basketball. Is able to somehow find that one amongst 3 red jerseys.
I feel like with what we've seen so far from Nikki Green, there's Dominic McBride with another steal.
Unfortunate time for an unforced error. They've done so much work to cut it to 6. Now back to double digits. An unforced turnover, right back to Green.
And going hard at the basket. She's traveled on that occasion. I get the feeling with Nikki Green, Casey, that she's probably going to be the leading offensive rebounder in Tauihi. Maybe the leading rebounder, but certainly second chance points. With what we've seen over this opening round, I don't know whether anyone's going to get close to her.
Well, she's up to 9 rebounds in the game, 5 of which are offensive. So that goes a long way towards that possibility. But she does seem to be a force in the painted area that is going to be difficult to contain.
10-point margin, 8 minutes to play here tonight. A basket here for the Pouākai, badly needed. Bo Agne's gone up and over the top. McBride there to clean it up.
And she just hasn't found any space with Green on her. She is now just 1 for 7 from the field, and that was a triple way back in the first quarter.
Here is Green.
Trying to show the range. Defenders weren't exactly clamoring to themselves to get out there to contest.
Hippolyte. Bo Agne helping her out. Lambert will fire from deep and makes another.
Well, Tessa Bo Agne's screen set up that whole weak side, really shifted the defense, and they had to make up for it, opened up Baptiste for the triple.
There's
left.
Lambert.
Switching hands in the air to finish with the left hand, showing a nice bit of skill. And she is lightning quick on the drives.
I should say Baptiste. He's had a good game. Here's Hippolyte through traffic. Walker now, and she drains another one. So just like that, a couple of triples to the Pouākai.
A huge shot by Sierra Walker there, created by the Hippolyte penetration, drawing defenders in the key, helping off the weak side, leaving an open look.
And Baptiste, of course, before that. They bring it back to 6. Great pass. Clark sets up Nikki Green.
Aotearoa Clark with a beautiful assist. Nikki Green. It's always good when your meal served on a silver platter. You'll take it as a big.
4-2 now. All of a sudden, ran into Nikki Green. Whalen fires away. Green with rebound number 10.
Aotearoa Clark, a bit of a limp. Doesn't look like the best thing for the Whai right now.
Here's Lambert.
Aotearoa Clark's asked for a sub, but that won't stop the triple.
Bank is open. Tiana Clark.
Did she go back and say, go ahead, leave me in, coach? They're still limping around, but that doesn't affect the stroke. I'm sure she called the bank, because otherwise it wouldn't be open this late on a Tuesday.
Baptiste to the basket, answers for the Pouākai.
And Dominic McBride knew that she shouldn't have gambled there, as Tiana Clark's now on the ground. Man, that looks like it's getting a little bit worse despite the triple. McBride's gamble opens up the ability for Baptiste to get all the way to the cup.
Well, that might be a little bit of a worry for the 3x3 tall firms. Tiana Clark's just been overseas. I think she's about to go back to the Asia Cup, isn't she?
Yeah, well, you know, it looks like an ankle sprain. If she can run up and down the court 3 times and get a shot up, hopefully it's just she needs a little bit of attention on something, as we can see that she is being attended to at the far end of the bench there. But thoughts up. Absolutely don't want anything serious to come of it.
Trinity Baptiste with that triple a short time ago has 23 in the game now for the Pouākai.
She is carrying that load offensively. No other Pouākai in double figures.
Green on the step back at the elbow. That one doesn't roll in.
How does that pop out halfway down? Couldn't get the lead back to double digits.
Oh, big block, Dominic McBride. That's what she can do defensively. Very active.
Let's Elafotu know about it afterwards. Good help side.
Here's Lambert for two. She gets the roll. Back-to-back baskets for the Whai. Lambert moves to 18 in the game. GJ Gardner Holmes replay. Here's this big block coming up. Dominic McBride comes and meets Elafotu.
Elafotu had no chance out of that one. But how about these rims? They're bipolar. Some of them are so soft that just sucking that ball into the net like a vacuum cleaner. Other ones, it just refuses to let it anywhere near.
Whai lead by 11.
Well, that was a huge triple to extend it up to the 11-point deficit for the Pouākai. With 5 minutes left, it is going to call a lot upon themselves to try and outscore the Whai by 11 in a short amount of time. They, at times, have found a little bit of rhythm and have been able to string buckets together. But from here on in, it's going to be all about the defense. They're going to have to get consistent stops, and if they're in those passing lanes, forcing turnovers that can lead to layups, all the better.
Great crowd in here tonight at the QEYC. The young and the old, they're all enjoying it. The kids, the mums, the dads, the grandparents. It's been a big night for the locals. History being made tonight here in Tauranga with the Whai playing their opening home game. And if they do get the win tonight, we end round one with the Kahu on 2 wins, the Hoiho without a win, and then 3 teams, the Queens, the Pouākai, and the Whai, splitting the opening round 1-1.
That isn't a bad place to be. You're just trying to get those wins up on the board. But early in the season and late in the season, the dub is definitely better than an L. Pouākai going to have to really find something special to come from behind in this one.
Of course, it's a Final Four in this competition. Tauihi, that'll be played at the Trafalgar Centre a little bit later on in the year. Trinity Baptiste has been great. Hippolyte for 3. That would have been handy. Dom McBride, what a game she's had tonight.
Yeah, she's putting it together and having more influence on it late. I like the offense from the Pouākai. Created a good look, but couldn't drop it.
Nikki Green goes hard to the basket against Boagni.
And that's a double-double from McBride, by the way. 10 points, 10 rebounds now.
I feel like she's got a few steals in there tonight as well. We saw that block a short time ago.
Yeah, 5 of those steals, by the way.
Only
just
5.
5.
Fancy me saying I feel like she's got a few. Here's Baptiste. There's a foul. That'll be against Ezra McGoldrick.
I like McGoldrick's defensive sensibilities, though. She's got good instinct. She's really been active in those passing lanes. And I'm not sure what that wingspan is, but it is enough to really affect shooters when they've got the ball in hand.
North Canterbury junior, Ezra McGoldrick, of course, made her Tall Ferns debut in 2019. Here is Trinity Baptiste, drafted by the Indiana FIBA in the WNBA. He's also played in Russia. It's always good to hear about the stories of these international players in both the Sal's NBL and also this GJ Gardner Holmes.
And for those that don't know, prior to some global events, Russia was possibly the second best, if not first best league in the world at
Great
times.
League, yeah.
That is where a majority of the WNBA players would make quite big chunks of change, much larger than their WNBA contracts. So when you're playing in Russia as a women's basketball player, you have a legitimate game.
Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of legitimate game, Kyra Lambert. Elafotu's got the job on her at the moment. Lambert continuing to weave in and out. McBride now late in the shot clock, deep 2. That comes up short. Pouākai hanging in there at the moment. They're down by 9.
Need to be deliberate offensively. Can't waste time. First look is the best look.
Here's Whalen. Has been in and out of the game. Oh, Dominic McBride. making a statement here tonight.
Love the move by Erin Whalen. Look how clever she is with the basketball, but McBride comes out. The third defender was just too much. McBride huge late as she picks up block number 2 to go along with those 10 points, 11 rebounds, and 5 steals.
That is a statement. She's a player well and truly above the radar on tonight's performance. Steal, Tiana Clark, as Whalen gave it up. Great to see Clark back out there after limping off a short time ago.
I think it's
Lambert, Green over the top. Nearly kept it alive for the Whai.
difficult miss there by Lambert, but I like the aggression. I was just about to say the Whai need to be careful not to play the shot clock, that they have to stay with the offensive mindset that got him here. McBride certainly did that on that occasion. Wasn't able to get the bucket, but sets up the opportunity for the next time down.
3 minutes to play. Pouākai need to score this time down the floor for mine. Baptiste, it's in the right set of hands. She's had a big game. McBride right there. Turnaround, step back, rolls in.
That is a deep bag she's carrying around. Doing it from deep, the mid-range, the quickness on the handle. We haven't seen a lot of her driving the basketball today. But there, drives in, sees multiple defenders, one of which is McBride with that length, and she goes, I'll go with the fadeaway. Gets the soft touch. 7 points, still very doable for the Pouākai.
And of that 62 for the Pouākai tonight, Casey, Trinity Baptiste, 27.
Well, that is how you carry a load. She must, whatever load she's carrying, hopefully has wheels, because otherwise she is going to be fatigued afterwards.
That's a B double at the moment.
That is impressive. 9 for 12 from the field, 8 for 9 inside the arc, to go along with 7 rebounds and 1 steal. That is a complete ball game, but how about the efficiency?
And 6 of 7 from the Racine line. And as we've seen across the Sal's NBL competition so far, there's plenty of people who struggle from that coloured stripe.
Shooting the bejeez out of the basketball. Fantastic efforts. Actually, the stats have just been updated. 10 for 13 from the field,
wow,
and 9 for 10 from 2. So 90% inside that arc. I don't know, if I got a player shooting 90%, I might just absolutely yell and demean her every time she doesn't shoot it. You know, if you're shooting 90%, you go ahead and let it fly if you're even thinking about touching it.
I was just watching the Pouākai timeout then, and the team manager, I'm pretty sure I saw Raywin Britt, the team manager, and the reason I point that out is she's also the team manager of the Rams.
It's good. Good to stay active.
That is very active. That is commitment right there.
Eventually she'll get home.
Someday. Here's Dominic McBride. She draws the foul. She's off to the Racine line, and Dominic McBride has let the entire Tauihi competition know tonight that she's here to play some serious ball in season 2022.
Yeah, hasn't probably shot the ball as well as she'd like today, just 4 for 11 from the field. But she has been so patient offensively, hasn't forced anything, taken opportunities that have come to her. And I really appreciate the mindset of the Whai late. Just over 2 minutes left in the ball game, but they're not sitting on the basketball. They're not just holding it, waiting for the shot clock to go out. Staying aggressive, staying and keeping that pressure on the Mainland Pouākai.
It's a couple, and right now, this Whai crowd here tonight in Tauranga can sense an opening win of the season for their home team. Whalen stepping back. Can't finish the shot.
Decent look, but that might have been the last gasp for the Pouākai. Really needed that one to drop.
Here is Whalen again playing defense on Lambert. Now on the switch. She's got to play defense on Green. No easy task. She's doubled. Turnover though.
Right. Excellent double there. Trinity Baptiste coming over and helping to force that turnover. That's the kind of activity you need when you've got a mismatch in the post. You can't be left on an island. Your teammates have to come help you out. You have to have communication and activity, and both of those were available in spades on that possession.
Saying before, Casey, about 12 games over the next 7 days across the Tauihi and Sells NBL. It's been a busy week this week. This brings to a close 11 games over the last 7 days. Bit of a shout out to all of the officials in the competitions. They're flying all over the country at the moment as well.
Hey, thanks, refs. We appreciate it.
Doing a great job. That might be the only time you hear those words from Casey Frank as well.
That is untrue. I thank them all the time.
Trinity Baptiste.
I feel as if I have been painted with a tarnished brush on this occasion.
I think it became tarnished after it started painting you, didn't it?
I resemble that remark, and I'm still taking offense.
What about the game tonight of the Pouākai number 33, Trinity Baptiste?
Well, they're putting it together. They've obviously done a nice job of getting her the ball. They found her in great spots. But when you are shooting that percentage so high, you would like to see her with a bit more ball in hand. But she's taken twice as many shots as her closest teammate with those. So she could use a little bit more support, but fantastic effort from Baptiste.
29 in the game tonight. There's Lambert again, showing her handles. Rabati, Baptiste right there with her. Pouākai need a stop. They may get it. They do. Whalen comes up with it. And
Trinity Baptiste.
Yeah.
Fantastic defense, displacing
Both ends of the floor, yeah.
Without fouling. The way that physicality really pushing out Sean Rabati off her line, but without getting the whistle blown. Fantastic effort when they needed it most. A minute 16. It is a difficult ask, but not an impossible one. Need a couple of quick buckets and would be pretty good measure if one of them was a triple.
Well, we saw the Whai come back late on the Queens in that last minute of that game. So anything is possible from here. What can the Pouākai do? They're going to go to Whalen, but they get it back. Boagni gives it up. Whalen again. That one back of the iron.
Oh, great looks. Great looks. Multiple efforts, too. I love the play they ran it right off the bat. Tessa Boagni sitting there setting the screen. I think Lauren Hippolyte just didn't get the ball squared back to Erin Whalen for the shot quick enough on the first attempt, allowing defenders to recover. But they got a second look at it, and it just wasn't to be.
We've got some fouls to give here. You can see Coach Tully Bevilacqua telling her team to get up, put the pressure on. Inside the last minute, player timeout called by Kyra Lambert. Smart play. She'll bring her team together. Sky City player timeout, new. Haven't seen this before. They get 30 seconds. Coaches stay out of it. Sideline stays out of it. This is only about the players on the court. They get the chance to come together here, Casey.
So I'm not aware of this rule. Is this part of it? The players have to get to the opposite free throw circles as well when these timeouts are called?
Yeah, it is either side of the center line. That's why the Pouākai have just been moved down the floor a little bit.
Forced them all the way into the three-point line. Really didn't want to listen to that one. That's a lot.
Sky City player timeout. We've seen it a few times over the opening round. What do you make of this new innovation?
Oh, it's always great, I think, for the timeouts to be able to be called on the floor. It does.
Difference here is the players get to stay on the floor and it's only them talking to each other.
That part, I like it depending on who's doing the talking. So for some teams, I think it'll be excellent. For others, you never know.
And of course, the teams only get one of those Sky City player timeouts per half. So the Whai have used theirs now for this half. You won't see them go to it again. Pouākai still have a chance to use theirs. It's a 7-point margin. And that's the last foul, I think, that the Pouākai had to give.
What I really like about that player timeout, though, is the quickness of it.
Yep.
It's in, it's over, it's done, back to the action.
Well, it's hard to string too many words together, isn't it? For some, for you?
Possibly for you, Justin.
In fact, that is, I think, the last foul they had to give. So that'll be it now as the Pouākai get after it.
Yeah, question to be had here. Can't really let the shot clock run down. If it gets down to about 20, this game's surely over. So you're going to have to continue to foul the rest of the way.
Can I take that back again? That was
the
the fifth foul.
Yeah, a little bit late showing up on the scoreboard there. But regardless, we're at the line. And Tiana Clark has a chance to ice this one.
Good to see her back out there, Casey, of course, earlier this quarter. Looked like she tweaked an ankle.
Yeah, she tweaked an ankle, then hit the bank three,
Yeah.
ran back on defense, and then limped off the court.
Sat on the floor first.
Is that a foul on Sean Rabati or Trini Baptiste?
It's going to be on Rabati.
Well, that stops the clock.
And it's the 4th team foul for the Whai as well. I'll tell you what,
okay.
the handkerchiefs and the
That mop
mops,
did not do a lot.
they haven't done much
Well,
tonight.
if you're going to put the effort in, let's at least get a draw, young fella.
We're going to get a timeout here. Tauihi Bevilacqua wants to have a chat.
I've got a word with the Whai about their investment in towels for the baseline.
I've got a feeling, Casey, when they re-watch this game a little bit later on, they may get the message.
No, it's all love. It's all love.
There'll be some shopping expenses during the week. 45 seconds to play in this one. And we've seen teams come back from further than this inside 45 seconds in games of basketball, Casey. But what have the Pouākai got to do from here?
Well, quick shots immediately attacking. Really, at this point, with an 8-point deficit, doesn't really matter if it's a 3 or a 2. Just want the first quickest shot you can get, and now with this limited amount of time, you go for a quick steal, try and force the turnover in the backcourt. If you don't get it, you have to foul within 4 or 5 seconds. If that's not the case.
What do they get up to in their spare time?
I lost my train of
Tauranga?
thought on that one. That's a tough one. As we see some future Tauihi basketball players in the crowd, the DJ.
Just now? Future?
Yeah, I think some future. Well, the first shot.
How good is this on a Tuesday night, though, to see the local fans come out and enjoy women's basketball here in New Zealand?
Fantastic. At this time, you know, anytime you can get a crowd out for the hoops early in the week, you're doing something right. And I think, while the excitement would have been high for the initial one, a lot of these fans will definitely be turning up next time out because of the quality of product that was put on display.
No doubt. Hats off to the team behind it all here tonight in Tauranga. Alex Dojcevic and all of his team around him. They've done a superb job. It's been a lot of fun, and it's not over yet. The Whai still need to hang on to this lead to get their opening win of the Tauihi season. McGoldrick forced to go from deep over the top of green, and that's going to be hard for a lot of players this season. The Whai get it back.
And that'll wrap it up, unless he can get an immediate turnover here.
Well, Fortu wasn't too far away. Lambert just weaving her magic tonight, Kyra Lambert.
For the most part, she has been excellent with the ball in hand. A few miscues here and there, but when she's got the ball dribbling around, I would trust the result to be in her favor.
18 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal, 2 triples.
Leading scorer for the Whai on 14 shots, plus 11 on the day, highest total of any player for the Whai.
She is an energizer bunny, there's no doubt about that. A lot of fun to watch, no doubt. She's won over the hearts and minds of a few fans tonight.
Then we've spoken about Lambert and her excellent game and the effect Nikki Green and Don McBride have had, but Sean Rabati as well. This is a 4-headed scoring monster for the Whai. 4 players, all above 12 points.
Of course, one of the great things is the fans get to meet the players after every game. I'm sure they're going to be getting a few Kyra Lambert signatures tonight. Hippolyte inside. Perhaps some late heroics here. Whai look to have this one wrapped up. Tauihi Bevilacqua in the background there. Her second game in charge of the Mainland Pouākai. And if you want to get out and see the players in action in the GJ Gardner Homes Tauihi League, round 2, not too far away. It starts again on Friday night. And a couple of big double headers this weekend as well. Saturday night at Trafalgar Centre in Nelson, and Sunday afternoon at TSB Bank Arena in Wellington. A couple of big double headers with Tauihi and Sal's NBL.
But the team of the moment Well, the Mid-North Whai defeating the Mainland Pouākai shortly to give them their first loss of the year and pick up their first victory.
Here's Clark, dying seconds. Use the time here. They bring it out. Dom McBride has been prolific this evening. Clark, Lambert. Last seconds on the step back deep. 2 would have been a big way to finish. 3 seconds to play. Baptista's had a great game. She won't get that off in time. And there it is, historic night tonight here at the QEYC in Tauranga. Tauihi basketball Aotearoa has started. And the home team, the Whai, get the win by 8 over the Pouākai. And Casey Frank, another entertaining game to bring round 1 in this great new competition to a close. Every game, of course, live on Sky Sport. There was a lot to like about tonight's game.
Yeah, the Whai did it on both ends. They were dominant early, stretching that lead to double figures. And from that point, they were always doing just enough to keep a pretty substantial lead. I don't remember the score getting closer than 6 from the second quarter on. And they did it first with defense, where they were excellent on the glass, out-rebounding the opposition 38-35, that +3 there. And the defensive activity, the shot blocking, it was a really tremendous team performance.
Let's have a look at the stats in this one tonight. There's certainly some stars in this game to keep an eye on throughout the season. Kyra Lambert with 20, Trinity Baptiste with 29. They both definitely came to play tonight. Dom McBride with 12, but look as the stats roll over. She was everywhere, doing everything tonight.
Picks up the double-double. She had those steals as well, but first we'll get to the assists, where Kyra Lambert led the way with 6, really facilitating things well. Lauren Hippolyte, not the best shooting day, but did a nice job sharing the basketball. And Dom McBride gets credit for 1 of her 2 blocks, but she gets credit for all of her 5 steals. An incredible defensive performance. As you see the fingers, that's the Whai, baby, throwing the dubs up.
Yeah, love it. Happy team here tonight. They're letting us all know about it as well. Games coming up in the Tauihi competition. Round 2, not too far away, Friday night. The Southern Hoiho, who are searching for their first win, they're at home. The Whai on the road. And that game being played in Queenstown. So great to take some National League basketball to Queenstown. Make sure you get out and support that one on Friday night.
Do we have commentators for that one yet, Justin, or are we all?
Oh, I know you want to go down there.
Okay.
The Pouākai taking on the Kahu Saturday in Nelson, and then of course the Queens on Sunday against the Hoiho. There's a lot of basketball coming up. Casey Frank, thanks for your efforts again tonight. You deserve a sleep. It's been a big few days for you. There's Hugh Bainan, GM of the NBL and the Tauihi, and of course Byron Vaitoe, a former star.
Always a star. Once a star, always a star, baby.
The Whai get this one tonight. Hope you've enjoyed it. By 8 points. The crowd's happy. Sky Sport has you covered right throughout season 2022. We'll be back tomorrow night. Sal's NBL action coming your way next. The Airs up against the Bulls. We'll see you then.